This video is to help you get data for your CAP review and progress report out. On page 4 of your CAP review and progress report out, you have the beginning of the data section. The first couple of questions are about demographics, which ask for total enrollment and total enrollment of historically underserved students. I'm going to go to the admin dashboard. First I go to Inside PPS. From the drop down I find Administrator's Dashboard, and then I click Go. I'm going to use my same username and password to log in that I use for email, and it should take you to your home school. If not, please go ahead and select your school, click Apply Changes, and then Go. This will take you to your school's home page. So the first questions are about demographics. At the top I've got this menu bar, and I click on Demographics. So the question is, what is the total population? I can see it right here, 634. And then to get information about total population for my historically underserved students, I click on Zoom with Data and scroll down. And for the purposes of these reports, historically underserved refers to Black, Hispanic, Native American, and Pacific Islander students. So then I go ahead and add up those 4 categories to get my total of historically underserved students. I'm going to go back to my home page, and the next set of questions we're going to answer is we're going to go to page 5, and we have disproportionate discipline questions. So there's 4 questions: percentage of total population expelled or suspended, and percentage of historically underserved population of the school that has been excluded. Let's answer those first. I go to the dashboard, and at the top next to demographics is the discipline tab. I click here, and in order to be able to get the exact percentage, I'm going to look at this graph here. Exclusionary outcomes, 3-year comparison. Red is 13-14, clear or white is 14-15, and blue is 15-16. So far, no historically underserved students have been excluded this year, and 2 not historically underserved students. So we know that that's 2 students total in the whole school have been excluded, either with suspension or expulsion. To get the percentage, I'm going to take 2 and divide it by the number from demographics for the total population of the school to get the percentage of students excluded. And then I can go ahead and answer that question for both total population, and in this case, since no historically underserved students have been excluded, it would be 0%. The next 2 questions have to do with percent of total population getting stage 2 and 3 behavioral referrals, and percent of historically underserved population getting stage 2 and 3 referrals. Again, I go back to the dashboard. I'm on the page where I've clicked discipline, and I'm scroll all the way to the bottom and look at this report that's called Incident Referral Risk Index, percent of students with at least 1 incident, or stage 2 and 3 incidents. So here I can look at all students, 1.9%, and I can look at historically underserved, 1.1%. So I have the answers to both of those questions. I'm going to go back to page 4 to address the literacy questions, which are asking for percentages of students who are reading at grade level or tier 1. So for our K5, K8, and 6-8 schools, we can look at the reports on dashboards that indicate results for DIBELS, EasyCVM, and EDEL. And that, I'm going to click on reports here on the top bar. And under literacy assessments, I'm going to look for the one that says reviewing school-wide outcomes. I click here. Again, I want to make sure my school is selected. I want to make sure that I'm looking at fall to winter, 15-16. Let me make this bigger. And as I scroll down, we have a new category called historically underserved. So it will tell you the percentage of students who are at low risk that are historically underserved. And then we'll have the percentage of all students. So you can answer those 2 questions. If you happen to be a school that has Spanish immersion, you're going to want to add those totals to the totals you have for EDEL. So that is how you get your data for your CAP review. If you are interested, you have some other literacy reports that are useful that you may want to use with your staff, such as the KA class lists, as well as reviewing grade level outcomes that will give you disaggregated data by grade level and the results. If you have any further questions, please email me at dcogan@pps.net. Thank you very much.